Hello! Today, we'll finish assembly of the wood trick mechanical hand. To start, construct an oval wristband, the main hold point for the device. This requires 4 pairs of toothpicks to stack layers of ovals and half ovals. One trick to pushing pieces onto 8 toothpicks is to stagger the toothpicks, so you are only inserting 2 new toothpicks at a time. After adding the toothpicks to the bottom layer, add 2 half ovals. Add another full oval, then 2 more half ovals, and a final full oval. Finally, add rubber bands and make sure the half ovals can open and close. Then, trim the toothpicks and remove the rubber bands. Attach a grid piece inside the oval. It's a tight fit without much room to push. Then add the big piece to the other side of the oval. Check orientation. This connects the wristband to the mechanical fingers. Reattach the rubber bands. Next, connect the hand assembly to the base using the 3 backbone pieces. Next, add another arch piece to secure the hand to the base. Ed broke the piece in half while punching out holes. He just applied glue and set it in position immediately, figuring it would be stronger this way. Next, build the beam that manipulates the thumb. First, use a toothpick to stack 2 pieces on top of each other. Ed uses a single toothpick for most of this step, using the trimmings from one hole on the next one. Eventually, he needs to use another toothpick. Next, stack up 3 discs using 3 toothpicks. The 2 outer discs have hooks on them. Then, add 3 more discs to one side. The discs are connected to the beam using a curved piece. Anchor the curved piece on one side of the hooks, then put it through the hole in the beam and lock them together with another toothpick. Only trim the toothpicks near the beam. Insert the stack of discs into a round hole at the end of the base. Attach the other end of the beam to the base of the thumb with a toothpick. Once it's in, trim the toothpick. Then twist the other end while it's in the hole. This should open up and close the thumb. Clip the toothpicks at the bottom of the discs. Add another, larger disc on top of the stack. Next, choose the controller loop for your thumb. Ed chose the shorter one. Add a hook to the thumb loop. Insert toothpicks into 2 small curved pieces and sandwich the hook between them. Then trim. Take 2 pieces with slots and stack them with a toothpick. Then take a straightish piece and insert 3 toothpicks. Place it on top of the slotted pieces. They are adjustable. Attach the thumb controller to one end and add a small disc. Find a similar straightish piece and use it to sandwich the slotted pieces and controller. Trim the toothpicks, except at the disc end. Also trim the toothpicks off the top of the discs coming out of the base. Connect 2 H-shaped pieces together to form an X-beam. Insert on top of the stack of discs. After clipping off the bottom of the toothpick, add the controller assembly to the top of the X-beam. Assemble 4 pieces, a back, 2 sides, and a top, as a housing for the pivot of the thumb controller. Add a small disc on top of the thumb controller, then add the housing and finally another small disc at the top. Add a brace piece under the base to keep the housing steady, then insert a toothpick to lock the brace in place. Finally, trim all of the toothpicks. Check that the thumb controller still works. Add 4 upright pieces to a rectangular piece. Then add a second rectangular piece. Put this piece on the side of the base. It keeps your hand stable while moving your fingers. The last step is to add the control loops to the end of each finger assembly. There are 2 different sizes to choose from, and they have different shapes and a small hole to tell them apart. For each loop, take a curved piece and insert it into the bottom end of the Y-shaped piece at the end of a finger. Insert a toothpick and trim. Then insert the loop piece over the curved piece through the rectangular hole. Finally, connect the other end of the curved piece to the top end of the Y-shaped piece with another toothpick and trim. Ed went from the inside out so that at least one side was not obstructed with another loop. After all of the loops are connected, Ed took the hand for a test drive. Looking good! Well, that's the end of the assembly. I think Ed is looking for some things to do with his new toy. I hope he doesn't break anything. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!